Welcome to Pregnant in the Netherlands, your guide to pregnancy, birth, and beyond. I'm Julianna, a birth doula and a childbirth educator.
And I'm Anna, a doula, childbirth educator, and lactation counselor. We're here to support you with evidence-based information and honest conversations that help you feel confident, informed, and empowered throughout your pregnancy, birth, and postpartum journey in the Netherlands. Hi, Juliana. How are you?
I'm really good. How are you?
Doing good. I'm excited about this episode topic.
Yes, me too. We asked our community members in Expecting Together WhatsApp group, what is that no one ever told them around or about birth, about pregnancy and postpartum period. And we are going to share these, right?
Yes. Why are we recording on a Monday? This is difficult.
Okay, let's just jump in.
Let's jump in. Yeah.
No one told me that giving birth can actually be really painful. I prepared with hypnobirthing, where everyone seems to breathe their baby out like a feather. I was shouting and very vocal.
I think it's kind of common knowledge that birth can be painful, but I like how they say that certain birthing mentalities or classes kind of lead you to think like, oh, I'm going to just do this so quietly and tranquilly. But yeah, you can be really surprised at the noises that come out while you're giving birth.
Yes. Yeah, I also personally couldn't imagine me
Yeah.
just breathing my baby out. I was also really vocal,
Yeah.
and it just brought me to another world, and it was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels good to be vocal. When I was laboring with my first, I was doing a lot of just like humming, moaning almost, and at one point my husband was supporting me and he kind of laughs, and later after giving birth, I asked him why he was laughing while I was in labor, and he said that I sounded like Moaning Myrtle from Harry Potter. So, yeah,
Yeah, and how beautiful it is that you were allowed to.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yes.
no one taught you to be quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No one told me that the contractions go on after birth.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's almost like it gets a little bit worse with each subsequent child. So I think that we should clarify that the contractions that go on after birth, those are happening probably while breastfeeding your baby. They might be referred to as like after pains. Yeah, I was pretty surprising. But I think we should also note that this doesn't last forever either.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
really
it's
remember how many days, but it was getting less and less. And then it was
mhm.
after a few days over.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Even if you don't feel pretty in the first time after birth, still take many photos with you and the little one. You might miss it otherwise.
Yeah, I like that.
And for the next one, I would not listen too much to don't let them sleep in your bed because of whatever reason, sit, she said in this situation. If you think about what is safe in terms of pillows and blankets and you are not drunk, it's fine to have them sleep on you or whatever.
Yeah, I know that safe sleep is a hot topic, but sleeping with your baby in your bed can be done very safely. Make sure you research it though with some reputable sources before embarking on co-sleeping with your baby. But I think so many people find that their baby and they sleep better when they are together.
Yes, I didn't even hesitate. I think our daughter slept from day one, just in between us. Yeah. And if you're not drunk, you didn't use any drugs, you were not smoking and stuff like that, you are not extremely tired, then you can take care of your baby and you will be alert.
And if you have a firm mattress that's not super squishy and Yeah. I think when you learn how to do it safely instead of just accidentally falling asleep on the couch with your baby or in an armchair, if you know how to do it safely from the beginning, then that's much safer than accidentally falling asleep in an unsafe place.
Mhm.
And you'll find that your baby will probably sleep a lot better. I don't know. Never mind. I'm going to stop. Just cuddle. Yeah. Sorry.
It's okay. I might leave it in because it's funny. I was not expecting to be so tired, especially all at once. I will be good at 8:30 and then completely asleep at 9. I think she referred to pregnancy.
Mhm. Yeah, that's so true. I remember, in especially in early pregnancy, just being so exhausted. I would get home from work and be like, "Why am I so tired? I would sat in the office all day."
It's so funny. I never had that.
Oh,
No, I was never tired during pregnancies. And when I learned that I was pregnant, I thought, okay, no, from now on, I really have to go to bed early. Once I tried to go to bed at like 8:30, 9 o'clock, something like that. And then I woke up at 4 o'clock and I was like, okay, I'm done with sleeping. What now? I thought, okay, I'm never going to do this again. I had other symptoms and side effects and morning sickness, which took all day. So,
yeah.
but yeah, I was never tired. No one told me how smelly I would get postpartum. The hormone stink is real.
Yeah, and I think that we talked about this on our,
Yes,
planning for the postpartum period episode,
we did.
but yes, the hormone stink is real. It's a combination of lots of sweat as your body's getting rid of the extra fluid that it needed during pregnancy, and the odor is to help your baby know that they're in a safe space.
Yes.
Mm,
No one told me that the first breastfeeding month I would wake up every night in the middle of the night completely covered in sweat and
and
sometimes
probably
in
milk.
milk. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's what I wanted to add. Yeah. No one told me that breastfeeding is going to be so challenging.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that we think that, oh, really what we need to plan for is the birth, but everything else will just kind of fall into place, especially if we plan to breastfeed. It should just click. But it's a learning curve for both you and your baby. They have to learn how to suck and swallow and breathe all at the same time from hour one. And then it's a brand new skill for you as well.
Mm.
So, giving yourself and your baby, some patience and some grace is important to overcoming the challenges of breastfeeding.
So true. We touched already on this one. This is from one of my previous clients. No one told me that his sleep pattern will change so often and that he would only sleep on us in the first few weeks.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Because again, they're learning something brand new. They've been surrounded in this environment that's warm. They don't have to ask for food. They don't have to experience discomfort. And then after being born, everything is cold and bright and they have to ask for everything. So close to mom and dad is very comforting and they will likely just sleep in that comforting close place where they know that they're safe.
Yeah. Can you read the next one for me, please?
I expected that I could breathe my baby out and feel when to push. Instead, I was coached to push right now. Big breath, chin to chest. Push 2 or 3 times during one contraction, as if your life depended on it. Hold your knees and pull them towards you. And my dream image was kneeling, breathing my baby out, following my body's cues. That's what I learned during my birth preparation class. No one told me that the moment I was labeled medical, it wouldn't matter what I had learned during the calm childbirth class. And it's not my fault that my birth didn't go the way that I thought it would. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I asked you to read it because I thought I would get too emotional.
Oh.
It is from me, and as I told you, I promised to myself when after birth that I just wouldn't shut up about it. There's one thing what you learn during a childbirth class in the ideal world, how it would happen, and another thing what actually happens or can
Mhm.
happen during birth, and that in the moment it can be really confusing. That okay,
Mhm.
this is not how I was supposed to give birth, but this is how I am giving birth right now, and that's also the reason why I always ask if I see that something is going different than how my clients expected, or if they get the medical label at some
Mhm.
point, that I ask questions for them. For example, can she try another position? Can she do whatever is in her birth plan?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, finding ways to still advocate for the birth that you had in your mind.
Yeah. And it's also, I said that it's not my fault. It's also not the fault of the person who was helping me or instructed me to do whatever,
Mhm.
because that's her understanding of safe, and she
Yeah.
wanted to make sure that me and my baby are both okay,
Mhm.
and that's how they can minimize the risk.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it kinda comes down to their training, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's a little unfortunate that when it comes to when you do receive that medical label and your care is transferred from the midwife to the clinical midwife or gynecologist, their training doesn't include as many home births, and so they don't get the opportunity to experience as many normal physiological births as a midwife would, your own midwife would.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so they're kind of trained to see more risk. Yeah,
I was instructed to stay silent and concentrate my strength downward.
and that's probably during the pushing phase, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen that too with my clients that they'll be told, "Okay, tuck your knees up, hold your breath,
Mm.
and push. Don't make any noise because you need to save that energy." But I don't know that I totally agree with that personally.
Yeah. I see it also so often. And then in the moment, you, of course, don't want to fight in
Mhm.
any situation. You don't want
Yeah.
to fight with a medical person.
Yeah.
But I remember myself what it did to me when someone told it to me, and I was completely gone to labor land, and I was oh so powerful. And then all of a sudden, my midwife, told me, "It's okay if you give sound, but just make sure that it doesn't take your power away." And then it got me thinking, like, okay, is this taking my power away or
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you can, I always like to tell my clients, like, think of anything that you do that requires a lot of physical exertion. So think of, like, I don't know, the strongman competitions where they're lifting up cars. Are they silent as they lift up their
No,
car? Yeah, I don't think so.
think of
Even
tennis
yeah, yeah, tennis, exactly. Or
or
even
me
just
after like a 5K run, a competition or a
yep.
mini triathlon. I come in and I'm like, ah, shouting and clapping.
Or even just, like, getting up off of the ground. I'm always like, "Ugh." Yeah, so, very rarely do we do these things in silence, and it usually, I think, holds more tension when you have to stop yourself from making noise. Yeah, I could go on, but we can move on to the next one.
Yeah, this one is also from me. And it's just, if someone else has this, then you know that you're not crazy.
Mhm.
No one told me that I will become so emotional whenever I see children performing, singing, dancing, and so on. I get a lump in my throat, feel overwhelmed with emotion, and feel like I could cry, or I do cry,
Mhm.
even if I don't know the kids.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. When um I think after becoming a mom, when I would tear up with happy tears, I think that's that's the moment that I was like, "Oh, I'm a mom now," because I see that, I saw that in my mom growing up that just like, she would tear up with joy at so many different things, and, as a kid, you're like, "Ugh, Mom, why are you crying?"
Yeah,
But yeah, it's something I think that comes with, becoming a mother.
yeah, I also think so. Some changes, hormonal
Mhm.
changes. And
Yeah.
if it's about your kids, I can understand it, but also when random kids do something. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Well, I even got let down when I heard other babies crying.
Mhm. Yeah, you mean, leaking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty common too. Shows how connected we are as social creatures.
If I don't sleep enough, I become impatient with my children.
Yeah.
And no one told me that babies don't do what and when we expect from them to do. For example, sleep, eat. And it will just go on, not only babies, children,
Yes.
the
Yeah.
age. But you just get used to it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think I would say that I think some parents expect that after the baby is born, they should almost have like a little baby robot that just goes through a pattern of eat, sleep, poop, eat, sleep, poop, eat, sleep, poop, and it should be predictable and on a schedule. Um, and I think a lot of them are quite surprised that it's not a
You don't have a doll.
exactly, yeah. Yeah, it's not gonna be a super regular thing, and when we give these guidelines of like, yeah, baby's gonna eat every, like, 2 to 3 hours, it's a wide range. Sometimes
You have a baby 24 times on your breast.
yeah, yeah, and that's normal too. There's nothing wrong with your baby, there's nothing wrong with you. So, yeah, normalizing that normal is a big wide range, and your baby is going to span that entire range probably within a day. Every day is gonna look a little bit different.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, that was the end of our list. And I'm excited to hear your voice memo.
Alright, I have one more that I'd like to share. This came from my husband. I asked him what his "no one ever told me" is, so I'll play it now.
No one ever told me how long recovery would be. Um, Not just physically, which that was unexpected for, of like uh, my wife recovering from giving birth, which took longer because nobody talks about it. Uh, no one ever told me the mental recovery, how long it takes. Like everything kind of shifts for you, for your partner, and for yourselves together, and that takes time. And I think no one ever told me that the whole paradigm shifts. I think you know this somewhat inherently that everything changes when you have a baby, but you never, it's very unexpected in the ways that it shifts. And you have to navigate this new space as a person with a partner, and then together with yourselves and your family. So I don't think that's talked about enough that it's, it really is a long road of change and rediscovery of yeah, I don't know what it means to be a human being.
Yeah, and I think that he sums up becoming a parent very well.
Yeah.
So, know that after giving birth, things are different, and they're going to continue to be different.
He sums up how is it like becoming a supportive partner or being a supportive partner.
Mm, yeah. And I think that it's important to give yourself, again, this space, both parents, either mother and father or mother and mother, or however your family is defined, but giving the caregivers who are raising this baby, giving yourselves time to adjust to this
Mm.
new normal. Yeah. I feel like I have a lot more to say, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's good. This. And we do a happy dance to make an end. So this was our list for today, and we would like to encourage you to share your "no one ever told me" in the comments.
And if you're curious about our Expecting Together community and you live in Eindhoven, go check us out at pregnantineindhoven.com and join one of our meetups.
Yes, see you there.
Take care.
Bye.